Hey, it's Kristin or Kiki. I have spent the last 2 years becoming a life coach while working and being a mom and a wife. And I felt this big need on my heart to share that with you because as a big sister, I've always shared what I've learned through life experiences the hard way with others to help make it easier for them. And I focused on doing life coaching for women going through infertility because it was the hardest challenge I've been through. And I really wanted to help those women in that time. But considering what's going on right now in the world, I just feel like I need to share with everybody some of the tips and the things that I share through my life coaching business to clients, because all of it really is interchangeable and relatable to what we're going through right now. There's such a level of uncertainty, which brings stress and fear. And that's what happens to women going through infertility. But I just feel like there's so many of us experiencing that right now. And I want to try and help share some of these things in hopes that it helps you. Because as a life coach, my purpose is to help you become self-aware and make better choices, have a safe space to kind of talk out the things you're considering or thinking about, and really look forward and make the best of life. That's the way I've always been. I've always been the silver lining girl, and knowing that I can take what I've learned over the last 2 years and help you is really why I'm here. So just in case you need to hear this, I wanted to share the 3 things that I tell pretty much all of my clients. These are the things that we work on. And while I usually tailor it to women going through infertility, it is something that you can apply and implement into your life right now, and it will make a difference. Because what they do, these things help reduce stress, they give you back some control, and they help you stay positive no matter what the circumstances is. So the first thing to do is really to admit or acknowledge how you're feeling. There really should be no shame in that feeling. If you are angry or upset or frustrated, stressed, overwhelmed, those are all normal human emotions, especially going through what's happening right now. When you acknowledge it, when you name it, if you write it out and say what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, or maybe what you're afraid of, when you do all those things, it takes so much pressure and weight off of your shoulders and immediately can alleviate it. There's no need to shame yourself on top of the feelings that you're having. It only makes it worse. The second thing is to create healthy habits. This is a way to help give you back a sense of control. And so they're good to do when life feels a little out of hand, but they're also really good because they help you on really bad days when you feel like you're at the lowest of the low and can barely get out of bed. Having these healthy habits that you commit to, no matter if you're feeling good or not, can be what helps get you out of bed and back to normal faster. So the things that I like to suggest for healthy habits are a sleeping habit. That means having a bedtime routine, going to bed at the same time, waking up around the same time, and having a morning routine. Because you cannot be the best version of you if you don't have the energy. And it starts with sleep, and it really starts with the night before your sleep. So work on that, plan ahead, and get a good night's rest. The second thing is to have an exercise habit. I don't necessarily mean train for a marathon or sweat your face off or anything like that, but moving your body can change your mind. And doing something that you've committed to every day, no matter what it is, you can choose what it is, whether that's yoga or walking or bar, spin classes, if it's doing high intensity interval training, going running, really it's up to you. But you have to commit to say that you're going to do it every day, no matter how you feel. This is not about losing weight. It's about doing what you like and taking care of your body, which ultimately takes care of your mind. The third thing is drinking water, partly because you'll be exercising, but also because we survive on water, and it's the simplest, freest thing we can do to take care of ourselves. The goal should be to drink half your body weight in ounces. And the way I do it is to always have a big cup around and do the math and drink 1/3 by lunchtime, 1/3 by dinner time, and 1/3 by bedtime. The fourth thing is to have a practice of gratitude. And really what that means is, at the very least, writing out or saying out 3 things that you're thankful for each day. Because even on the worst day or in the most challenging circumstances, when you can look around and see the things that are good, it helps you find other good things. So some days the thing you could be grateful for might just be that you have a bed to lay in. It might be that you have a roof over your head or food in your fridge. Other days it's going to be really wonderful. But the key is that it has to be something that you're grateful for in the last 24 hours. So don't always just say your family. Okay, so the third tip is that I'd always talk about is controlling what you can. So the big thing is a loss of control going through infertility, and especially right now when we can't control where we can go right now, or if we can leave the house, things like that. So what you can control, you want to focus your energy there. So that means the information and the news that you consume, that impacts you and your mindset. If you are listening to the news all day long and they are talking at some hype stress level, you're going to feel that, and it's going to impact your mind and your body and everything. So take stock and maybe limit or take it away. That also includes social media accounts. Who are you following? How do they make you feel when you see the things they post? Does it make you happy? Does it make you stressed? What are some triggers in your life? For women with infertility, triggers might be pregnancy announcements. And for other people, a trigger might be somebody not following the rules right now if you're a rule follower. Or it might be a trigger might be somebody who doesn't agree with you politically and is speaking against your beliefs. So if you're finding things like that in your news feed, on the news that you watch, or the podcasts you listen to, reconsider and maybe eliminate them for now. You also can control the food you put into your body. You can look at every piece of food that you consume as either something that helps you or hurts you, and sort of the immediate gratification of it versus the long-term gratification. So think about that. If you are nervous and have all this crazy nervous energy, I encourage you to put it into your food right now. And then the other thing that you can control is how you respond to any news, or how you respond to your kids or your spouse and working together right now. This is all not to say that this is easy, but let's say you get bad news, whether that's, again, an infertility diagnosis, or we're all told that schools are closed for the end of the year and we're not going to go back to work. Whatever that bad news is, start at the beginning, acknowledge the feeling, admit it, cry it out, say it out loud, but then go back to your healthy habits, and then go back to what you can control. And it's kind of like this circle where you can keep going through it based on your day and the things that might put you in a bad spot. You don't have to stay in that moment of fear or negativity. Just keep going through all of these things and you will be pulled out. I know that all of this sounds so simple. These are all really easy things. They're free. You can do them right now from home. But what I find the challenge usually is the implementation. I'm guilty of it too sometimes. And I know that you can benefit, though, when you implement it and you do it routinely. And this is why I'm a life coach. This is one of the things I work on, is I help my clients stay accountable and commit to the things that they want to do and continue implementing them. And I also help them have a safe space to talk about how hard it is or the challenges that they're facing. But it also helps keep them focused. It helps them take back control, reduce their stress and anxiety, stop feeling overwhelmed, and feel positive. And I swear, if you do all these things, you will feel a difference. So I know that what we're going through right now is just so hard. It keeps me up at night, and I'm nervous too. But if I can use the skills I've learned to help you, let me know. So whether you need a safe space to vent or talk this out, or you need to be held accountable, let me know. I can help. I want to help, but you've got to make the first move.